You know, I actually hear this a lot on my YouTube channel. People call me the Jezebel spirit and the Antichrist and all this other good stuff just because I've been diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder. But it just adds to the kind of stigma that comes with being a narcissist, like that all narcissists are bad people. All narcissists are terrible people. And I can guarantee you a lot of religious people are terrible people. A lot of Christian folks that you hold in high esteem are terrible people. Religious manipulation and spiritual abuse are 100,000% real. What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to yet another episode of A Narcissist Explains. I am self-aware diagnosed narcissist, Mr. Lee Hammock, and I use my platform to raise awareness for narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, get more people into therapy, and also validate all the victims and survivors of narcissistic personality disorder worldwide. So many of y'all. Crazy. So this series right here is dedicated to just making my TikToks and my YouTube shorts longer. They are 60 seconds or less. This is going to be longer than 60 seconds. So wow, boom. The way you just watched was about somebody. Of course, I get all the comments of people calling me Jezebel spirit and all the other good stuff. Like always, y'all, it is so common where people are calling me Jezebel. People are calling me the devil spawn, saying all narcissists are devils and blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that. Y'all, people always ask me what's my take on religion. And people keep, hey Lee, you'd be better off if you get a closer relationship with God. Yeah, I read the entire Bible. I know people just like, hey, reading the Bible is not enough. You got to get closer to God. Like, how can I get closer to God other than just going to heaven? I think people keep saying that type of stuff like that to me and just expecting it to work. Like, some of the worst people I've met on this journey are religious people. I'll just say that. Not all religious people are bad people. Most of y'all are good people. But some of the worst people I've met on this journey are religious zealots. Just Christian. And it's always the Christian folks. It's not the Muslim folks, leave me alone. It's the Christian folks that are just terrible people to me. Y'all just like, yeah, it's the demonic spirit. And I'm a cast the power of Christ. Like you trying to perform a damn online exorcism for me or something like that. And I literally, it's hilarious to me. Because I read the Bible, because I knew stuff like that was going to start to happen. I got closer to God last year. Read the entire Bible, front to back. Listened to it, everything. I have my own interpretation of the Bible. And I love the Bible. I love God. I believe in God. I'm a believer in God. I'm a believer in Jesus Christ. I really, really, truly am. I pray. I try to pray every night. I missed last night because I got two. But I woke up in the middle of the night and prayed still. Because I love God. God is the reason why I'm here. And I believe in God. And a lot of narcissistic people believe in God too. A lot of narcissists are very, very religious. And they use God as a guise, as a cover to do what they do. They're always asking for forgiveness, especially if it's a man and wife situation and they married. They're gonna ask, you got to stand by your wife. You stand by your husband. You can't get divorced. You could get kicked out of the church. You got to be submissive wife and let me clap other people's cheeks. If you really love me, you'll let me clap other people's cheeks, and you won't tell the church embarrassment. Religious people, like I'm telling you, I'll act like the religious narcissists don't exist. Spiritual abuse is real. Religious abuse is real. Religious manipulation is real. I keep telling people this all the time, but people act like you don't want to hear me. Some people who believe in God are terrible people because they use God as a guise. Like a religious narcissistic person, a person can use God to keep you in a toxic ass situation because they make you scared to leave because they think God will judge you. God will judge you. You're breaking the family up in front of God. God said the most important thing is family, and you taking my family away from me because you're terrible, because you are the heathen. You're Jezebel. You're Jezebel. You got Jezzy. You need to find Jesus. I don't like. I appreciate religion. I really do. I even read the Quran. I read the Quran this year too. You know what? I put up something about reading Quran on here, and Christians were coming at me then. Why would you read that terrible book? Why would you read that? Boo 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 boo. I was like, oh my goodness, y'all are terrible people. You really are. Some of y'all are terrible people. Like, and it was like you got the gall to call somebody a terrible person. Yes, I do. I'm changing lives. I'm helping thousands of people. I'm a good person now, better person. I'm working towards it, and I'm getting closer to God too. But people use God. So everybody who uses God, everybody who prays to God is not a good person. And no, I don't think there's any kind of demonic possession that goes on with narcissists. I don't think narcissist is the Jezebel spirit. I know people say that. I know everybody's entitled to their own beliefs, and this is my belief. This is my opinion. I don't argue with people unless you try to make it a personal insult on me. You can believe in God and think that the narcissism is a demonic spirit, and you have to pray it out. But if you think it's a demonic spirit, and if that's your husband that you're dealing with, instead of leaving that person, you'll pray for him and stay with him for 20 extra years because you think God gonna change him. Thank God, but then you stay with it for 20 years and you think this is God gives his strongest soldiers their toughest battles, and you start to justify that relationship in your head because of the Bible, because of your teachings. Because like I always think everybody has their own interpretation of the Bible. You can go to 5 different churches and have the same scripture read by 5 different pastors and get 5 different interpretations of it. What church are you going to? What interpretation are you getting? You know what I mean? That matters. And that really matters because you want to pray on it. I see so much like pray on. I'm gonna pray on it. God gonna get me through this with this man that's treating me terribly. I'm gonna pray on it because God gave me a good woman and he wouldn't do this to me. So you stay with a terrible woman for years. Yeah, I feel like God gave you free will to make free decisions. You know, the Bible is guidelines. The Bible is not, because if we live by the Bible as an absolute, real slavery would still exist and it'd be cool. You know what I mean? Man, just so much. It's so much in the Bible that if we took it literally right now, if applied it to literal life right now, the world will be different and not in a good way. Not in a good way. Not in a good way. If you leave, this is where you're wrong right there, brother. It'd be great. It'd be great in a good way. Boo, boo, boo. I got you. I understand. But seriously, I love God. I believe in Jesus Christ and whatnot. And that's what my religious ignorance kind of came in at. Because my real estate partner, one of my good friends, he is Muslim. And he told me, I asked him, I read the Quran. And I thought the Quran was like, the whole different than the Bible. No, it's just an add-on to the Bible. It's an add-on. Pretty much what I summed up is because Jesus Christ is in the Quran. They just don't believe Jesus is the Son of God. They like, it's God, it's Allah, the Almighty, the one being, the supreme being. Why does he need a son to do his job for him? And that makes sense. It makes sense. If he has Almighty, all powerful, why does he need a son? He can just do it. Yeah, he swallowed the earth. He swallowed, he burned down Sodom and Gomorrah. He did all this stuff. Why does he need a son? Does that make sense to me? Yeah, it makes sense to me. I'm like, damn, kind of makes sense to me. I know y'all just like, I don't know, I've been babbling this whole video, but like I keep these comments so much, and I like people. It's funny. I make jokes out of them all the time, but I was just like, people really believe that, and they ignore the spiritual stuff that's going on in their lives. You try like look through the comment section, some of my videos. People, instead of leaving that person or going to talk to a therapist, they'll go talk to a pastor. The pastor open up the Bible and keep you in a toxic ass relationship because they don't understand narcissistic abuse. They think it's just like y'all having communication issues or y'all haven't prayed enough. You know what you need to do? You go pray. Pastor, I prayed. He's still cheating. Pray harder. I prayed and she's still cheating on me. Pastor, what I need to do? Pray harder. Pray more. Pray more often. Pray with her. I can't pray with her. She out there cheating. Pastor Leah, you're not listening. I tried to pray with her, but she praying with somebody else on her knees, getting the cheeks clapped. I can't pray with her because she cheating. She ain't here. Help me. Should I leave her? No, you should not leave your wife. Son, you need to stay with her and pray with her through it. I'm tired of praying. You tired of praying? You're tired of living then because God wants you to be strong. I love God, y'all. I'm not making a mockery of God. I'm making a mockery of the people who keep attacking me, saying I'm Jezebel and, you call me Jezzy. So I'm telling you, my TikTok name will be Jezzy Healness from now on. Mental Jezebel. Anyway, y'all, I appreciate y'all. I'm super thankful for y'all. Tomorrow's videos, I'll be better, I promise y'all. I'm still coming down from last night. Thank y'all. Peace.